Chat is on. Hello. Hello, Paul. How are you? Phoenix, how are you? How's my day going? My day is going swell. How is your day going? I look really pretty. Oh, thank you. I curled my hair today. I wasn't sure if my hair was going to work, so I was almost going to do the beanie. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But thank you. Dylan is doing okay. Awesome, Phoenix. I was wondering about him. I'm glad to hear that he is pulling out of it. He's a strong little boy. Takes after his mama. So I'm glad to hear it. Hello, Mike. Detective Miller on the job. Woohoo! I hope everyone is doing well today. You're doing good, thanks. Oh, Miss Queen. Hey, girl, hey. Hello, Martin and Malcolm. Sassy. You were about because they said it could turn out to be ammonia. Yeah, Phoenix, you got to be careful of that, especially with young kids, right? It's like the elderly and the younger kids. It's always, concerning. When my daughter, actually, when she was born, so both of my children were premature. They were both born 3 weeks and 5 days early. My son was totally fine. My daughter was fine too. But within the first month before my daughter got her pertussis shot, which if you don't know what pertussis is, it is the whooping cough. And you get those or that shot at a month old. She ended up getting pertussis, so the whooping cough, just shy of her getting a shot. And she was in the NICU for many, many, many months when she was born. And that was very, very, very scary. So I totally understand. She wasn't able to suck on her bottle when I had taken her to the hospital. Your blood oxygen level, when they put the little thing on your finger, it's supposed to be 98 to 100%. And when they did that to her, hers was 17. So it was very scary. Very, 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 very scary. My son was a preemie too. Ooh, 3 pounds. Oh my, tiny little thing. Yeah, mine were really healthy for the most part. It just so happened she ended up getting, oh yeah, Queen, and she's a pain in my butt now. But yeah, it was very, very scary. And because I'm sure I've told this story before, because, hello, Nick, I see you. Thank you for stopping in. Hey, Ange. Because she had the whooping cough, no one could come and visit that had the whooping cough as well. Well, her brother had the whooping cough. I had it. Everyone around her had it. Her father was not in the picture. So it was really, really rough because I wasn't able to see her as much as I could because I had to care for her brother because I didn't have a dependable person around to watch him. And anyway, long story short, everything's fine. And I'm sure will be the same for Dylan. So that's Miss Queen, that's Detective Miller. He's a miracle. Eddie, yeah, that's a very, very, very small child, 1.5 pounds for sure. So making sure I'm not missing anyone. Detective Miller, I'm all out of my good lotion and I'm very upset with that. Do I have any in my bag? I don't think so. I hate dry hands. Oh, we're never out of lotion. Gosh, this lotion is the best. Brady, how are you? It's good to see you. My hands are so dry right now. Oh, Miss Queen, go to the $1.25 store and get you some of this. It is the best. Oh, lotion. Here we go. Wyatt, how are you? Struggle is real right now. Ah, did you see? You didn't even see my new little emoji. Yes, ma'am. Do you have to be with me? Yes, my new emojis. Doing good. You? I'm doing fine, Wyatt. I am getting through day 13. So, you know, it is a struggle as each day goes by. Sometimes it's feeling like I just need to do it and not tell anyone. But I'm not a liar, so here I am, being honest. I haven't done anything, although I really, really, really want to. Ma'am, I'm gonna have to have you go because I'm on the phone doing an important thing. Of course you want to come in here now. I'm not drinking tonight too. It sucks. You're not drinking tonight. What's going on, Wyatt? Are you working tomorrow in the morning? Is that why? Ma'am, you do not get to jump on me. It's not a thing. Really? Okay, she's gonna be obnoxious. A little less depressed now. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm not drinking. Okay, I read that already. Thank you. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Yeah, so I'm still having a hard time with it, but I'm getting through it. It doesn't mean I don't know. Of course, Mom is busy. I must make noise. Yeah, Dad is in the living room. Don't get out of my trash can. There's not even food in there. What are you doing? Come on. She like literally busted open the door like, haha, here I am. Come on, you want to go see Dad? We should go see Dad. Because we are 7 minutes in. I like to get this done 13 days longer than some make it. I know. It's just, I think like the more I talk about it, the worse the pull is, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I just want to have a drink and go sing my heart out. I'm not going to lie. I just want to sing really loud and just do it. What's wrong with that? Is that bad? Is that really bad? Is it that bad? Chaos. You're going to have to leave. I have to tell stories about the bad people on the internet. Yeah, I know. You're going to have to go. It takes 2 weeks to make a new habit. Ange, that is the shittiest thing you could tell me right now. But I appreciate you. I know. I just feel so weak. And Phoenix, I appreciate your encouragement. I really do. She left on her own. Okay. So anyway, I'm not going to lie. I am a human and I am struggling. So it is what it is. This is not good encouragement. If it's me, I would do what feels right. I think I'm going to drink if I want to drink. Yeah, that's how I kind of feel, Wyatt. But I decided to put my business on Front Street, aka YouTube and the internet, and make a commitment. So that's where we're at. Anyway, we're going to talk crime today if you did not know this. Quick, shut the door. I shut the door, Ange. I shut the door. So we're going to talk crime today. If you are new here, which you shouldn't be because we turned on subscribers only, so we don't have to deal with the drama, Ange, appreciate you. We're going to talk crime. How long is this commitment? You know, Wyatt, to be honest with you, I would like to at least do the 30 days for sure. Ideally, 30 days is the goal for myself. And, you know, we'll see what happens after that. I think I should do small obtainable goals rather than you won't make it another week. Wow, Jeremiah, you're so fucking wonderful. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, sir. So yeah, I think small steps as opposed to just creating this big long I can see the shaking. You're an ass. By the way, in my Dick's cup is water, in case you're wondering. Hi, country, how are you? So, anyway, I think a realistic goal is 30 days. 30 days, you know, and then keep going from there if that's the plan. So, anyway, Avery, how are you? All right, let's start this because we're talking about nothing right now. Anyway, I hope you all are well. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. You have the same one. Isn't it fantastic? Carolyn, how are you? We're drinking out of Dick's today. Just letting everybody know. I love Dick's. I know, I did the emoji. I'm very proud of myself. I finally figured it out. Thanks to Wyatt. Wyatt helped me upload new emojis because I couldn't do it off the computer. Hello, everyone. Like and subscribe. Hi, Mike. How are you? Okay, guys. This is a crime. We're talking crime. We're talking true events, crimes that are going on right now, crimes that are happening currently in the U.S. And that is what we're covering. Some of these do have to do with children. As you know, most of you are not new here, so I don't have to repeat it. If it is going to be a story about a child, I will warn you prior to myself reading it. But not all of these have to do with unaliving. Some of them are just weird and different. So let's get this rolling. So, well, hello, Charlie and Ashley Defoe. How are you? The family of an Oregon man who suffered from severe burns after his face caught on fire during surgery is suing the hospital for $900,000. Hello, Bobby Lee. In December of 2022, John Murdoch, 52, was undergoing a procedure as part of his treatment for cell surgery, a cancer of the tongue. He checked into an Oregon Health and Science University hospital to have a breathing tube inserted into his throat. Part of the preparation for that surgery involved his face being swabbed with alcohol for sterilization. But when the alcohol wasn't given enough time to dry, his face caught on fire when it came into contact with a surgical tool that emitted a spark. Ooh. Murdoch lived for 6 more months after the incident, succumbing to cancer in June 2023. While the burns caused by the surgical fire were not cited as his cause of death, a lawsuit filed in December of just this past year, 24, said that Murdoch suffered greatly and lived with disfiguring scars and other traumatic wounds to his face that never fully healed before he died. I'm back. I had no answer to the phone. Well, hello. Oh, good Lord. The lawsuit, according to the report, stated that Murdoch was awake and conscious during the fire. Hello, the bear. John's widow, Toni Murdoch, retained an attorney who said that the victim was unable to speak but could still express the discomfort and pain he felt following the incident. Named in the lawsuit was Dr. Adam Howard, a physician whose medical license lapsed in January of 2024. The outlet also reported that Howard now works in West Virginia. So Mountain Mama, if you're in here, be on the lookout, where his license is still active. Oregon Health and Science University is also listed as the defendant along with 10 unnamed surgical staff. The lawsuit stated that the conditions in the operating room where Murdoch was to undergo his procedure were at risk of fire due to the presence of oxygen, other sources, and fuel. This is referred to as the fire triangle in an alert by the Joint Commission. Oh my God, stop, I'm busy. By the Joint Commission, a healthcare safety organization that came out in October of 2023. According to the lawsuit, the tool used on Murdoch that allegedly ignited the fire had a history of setting off sparks. A spokesperson for the Oregon Health and Science University did not provide a comment to the source due to the patient privacy Act and said that the same condition applied to Howard. And that's about it. Wander, how are you? Hello, Mr. O'Shea. Subi, hello. Am I missing anybody? Lost Cause, well, hello, hello. Yeah, so that is awful. Absolutely awful. Can you imagine going under surgery or going under for surgery and it's like, I can't. Your face is on fire. Your face is burning. How did they come out of that and just go, oh, everything's fine? I don't understand. What am I missing? We are all in here now. Hi, Miss Rennie. Hello, Andrew. How are you? A nightmare. Yeah. Hey, I think. Oh, well, thank you, Two-Faced. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that's awful. That would be an awful, awful thing to experience. And having your face burned while getting surgery for something that is absolutely unrelated is crazy to me. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, okay, that's about a child, so hold on. All right, we're moving on. Did he die? Yes, Bobby Lee, he ended up passing away of cancer in June of 2023. So his surgery was in 2022. He passed away later on, but never recovered from the burns on his face, is what the articles noted. Okay, moving on. This does not have to do with a child, but it looks like it does have to do with unaliving. So the same day he was released from jail, let's start over. Breathe. The same day he was released from jail, a Washington state man allegedly beat a drug dealer to death with a 34, apparently I don't know my numbers, a 34-pound air compressor and chair. Christopher Reyes, who's 47, faces charges of first-degree murder in the death of William Ackers, 56. The case came to light on November 27th when police were dispatched to a residence in the 7400th block of South Oak Street in Tacoma on a 911 call of unknown trouble. A friend told police he found Akers lying on his back in a pool of blood on the floor of a garage. An orange air compressor rested on top of the victim's right arm. The friend told police the victim was cold and stiff to the touch. First responders arrived and declared Akers dead. Investigators noted bruises and swelling around his eyes and mouth, indicating he had been beaten. Near the victim were a 34-pound air compressor and a chair. They were bloody and had hair and tissue on them. Both had been used to beat the victim, court documents said. One chair leg was bent into the point of almost snapping off. Detectives also noted that the victim had been wearing 2 pairs of pants. The outer pants had been pulled down, exposing a pair beneath. The left pants pocket had been pulled out as if someone had reached into to empty the contents. Police found a small amount of cash on the floor near the victim, a drug dealer and user who lived off of his Social Security. The autopsy found Akers had multiple skull fractures, a broken nose and ribs, and his lungs were punctured. On him, examiners found the suspected narcotics and $1,700. An anonymous tip on December 7th ultimately led to a woman who'd been released from the same jail Reyes had been released from and allegedly had been with the suspect at the time of the killing. That woman told police that she and Reyes had been dropped off at the Oak Street residence where the victim lived. There, she said she went to see the victim and said he gave her some narcotics. She told investigators she and the defendant smoked narcotics in her car, got high, then drove around, and wound up back at the victim's home. As they smoked in the vehicle out front, Reyes allegedly said he was going to get more narcotics from the victim. She believed that he was going to buy more because he had money on him, but he also stated that he owed his fetty dealer, fentanyl, for those of you who don't know, the slang for fentanyl is fetty, apparently. So his intentions were unclear. When the defendant returned to the car a short time later, the woman told investigators she thought she saw a small amount of blood on the defendant's arm. When he got in the car, he said something to the effect of, "I think I killed that guy." She said she and her sister then drove to a Motel 6, and the two got away from him as soon as she could. Reyes was arrested on Monday. He allegedly admitted to meeting the woman when he left the jail. Then he spent time with her and her sister, and also admitted to going to the house on South Oak Street where the victim lived. A media representative for the Washington State Department of Corrections said that Reyes had a criminal history dating back to 2001 and confirmed he served prison time for an assault conviction in 2018. Court documents say Reyes returned to prison on September 18th on a probation violation and was released on September 25th. He was again jailed on another probation violation on November 15th before his release on the day of the murder. Reyes is being held at the Pierce County Jail with bail set at $2 million. Yikes. So that's a rough one. Some people will say that that's the ghetto of Tacoma. It's shady there. Is it? Yeah, Tacoma, Portland. Well, that's Oregon, but yeah, that's too bad. Yikes is right. I mean, the dude was, let's see, what was he? A 47-year-old against a, what was the dude, 60, 64? I think I read that. I can't find it now. Anyway, he was an old man. But I guess when you have a habit, that's unfortunate. That's too bad. Literally 45 minutes from my place. Ooh. So Bobby, did you hear about that then in the news? What's crazy is he was released that day and then decided to commit a murder over drugs. That's crazy to me. Crazy, crazy. I mean, people are killed over $5, right? So, but he didn't even take the money. That's the other thing. They found the narcotics and the money on the guy. So I guess what was the point? Women always want the bad boys. Yeah, well, Jeremiah, maybe it was his pen pal, because I'm sure he needed a ride from the jail to be picked up to in the beginning. Too depressing. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's move on. Oh, you're going to love this one. This one's kind of funny. At least the title is funny. Should have never let him out to begin with. I agree, Jeremiah. It looks like Washington doesn't necessarily have that strict of laws if you're a repeat offender, but, you know, I know it depends on the type of crime that you do. I think in Idaho, if I'm correct, it's 3 strikes and you're out rule. Not misdemeanors, of course. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Carolyn. Did you sub? Okay. This is a good one. A sheriff's deputy who crashed on body camera lied by omission by initially hiding the fact that he was looking at porn at the time he got in an accident. First of all, can I just say, you're looking at porn while driving. While driving. I mean, you're not even parked on the side of the road. You're driving. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just, you know, in my mind, I'm trying to have it compute and it doesn't, but that's fine. Dumbass. With dollar signs. Gosh darn it, he said on a footage after the crash. Yeah, that fucking really sucked. The Internal Affairs report from the Office of Professional Standards determined that he lied. He was looking at porn on his phone while driving the patrol vehicle and also failed to wear his seatbelt. Well, hello, Trojan. Talk about multitasking. This is bullshit. Law and Crime is not naming him because he has not been charged with the crime. The deputy resigned during the investigation, is what was told in an email to Law and Crime. His body cam from the afternoon of November 6th, 2024 shows him, oh God, with his phone out, though it is unclear what he has on it. Can you imagine? Oh, does this work? I appreciate you, Foles. Thanks. But what is clear is that the yellow airbag bursts out. He indicated to at least one passerby he was okay. He walked over to another vehicle that apparently got caught up in a crash. Law and Crime is omitting this encounter because it shows the woman, but in it, the deputy is checking on her. Hello, ma'am, the deputy tells the other driver in the video. Are you okay? I'm sorry. It's okay, she said. He says, my brakes locked up. And she said, okay. According to the Internal Affairs report, the deputy allegedly wrote that he ended a phone call when he saw a vehicle stopped in front of his because a school bus was stopped in the opposite lane with its lights on. On top of that, the light for his auto brake system was on after he left speed calibrations at the IPS range, so his brakes locked up. But a sergeant reviewed video footage determined the deputy was looking at images on his phone when the crash happened. Oh, I appreciate you, Andrew. That's not what this is about, but thank you, thank you. He went on to say that he was scrolling through text messages on his phone from a group text with his Sector 3 colleagues just prior to the crash. He stated he was not sending text messages when the crash occurred. I heard about that today. Happened in Florida. You are right. Are you right? Lake County. Probably. Everything happens in Florida. Okay, but video did not show him scrolling through text, authorities said. Instead, he was allegedly viewing a picture or a video at the time of the crash. A supervisor later described there being no videos or pictures in the group chat, so he was lying. In an interview on November 20th, 2024, the deputy admitted he was, in the report's words, looking at inappropriate pictures. Then he was asked to clarify about what he meant. And he stated pornographic material like boobs or whatnot. He reiterated that his brakes did lock up. I'm sorry. Can you imagine? I'm looking at boobs. Let's be honest. It was boobs. It was boobs I was looking at. The boobs did it. He reiterated that his brakes did lock up, but he did not have the time to stop when he realized the vehicle was stopped in front of him. Carolyn, stop. He ultimately admitted he knew he was looking at inappropriate pictures, which was the leading cause of the crash, and he deliberately left that information out of his report. He stated that it is called lying by omission. He further said he knows that one all too well, and that is it. Yeah. So I was looking at boobs and stuff, you know, that's what happened. Oh man, good times. Okay, that was our little palate cleanser. That was our palate cleanser because now we're going to talk about awful things. I'd like to have those every so often, and I didn't plan that ahead, and I should probably do that next time. Phoenix. Oh, man. Okay. Sorry, that was a good little laugh, but the next ones are not going to be. So please know that. Let's see, which one do we want to do? Oh, we could leave that one after. That's a good little palate cleanser. All right. So this one, it looks like it does have to do with the child. Yes, Jeremiah, you were right. So we're gonna, what?
Perfect time for a slight intermission.
What? What's wrong?
I just want to show you something real quick.
Oh.
2 seconds.
Hold, please.
We have a puppy problem.
Hold, please, guys. Hold on. It's like what? What were you doing? I could just leave her in there. Chaos. Got a roll of toilet paper. Disneyland Dad, where were you? Love your face, but where were you? Okay. Hello, Vic. Okay, back to it. What'd I miss? We talking about boobs still? Got me cracking. Like we're still talking about boobs. It will take 25 seconds. Boobs are more dangerous than dynamite in the wrong hands. Okay, rare breed. All right. Okay, as I was stating before, what did your dog do? Miss Chaos got into the bathroom and she decided she wanted to grab a roll of toilet paper. You heard what? Disneyland Dad, I love you. You knew I was doing my crime stuff. She was entertained. She left the room. Anyway, she got a roll of toilet paper. She made 2 little piles on the floor, which wasn't as bad as it all across the house. But anyway, more funnier than when you say it. Disneyland Dad. Fools is Disneyland Dad. It's okay. She's learning. We're all learning together, but she really has a thing for toilet paper. I don't know why, but she's just like, whoa. She goes crazy with it. In fact, I had to, well, we decided collectively to take the toilet paper roll off of the roll because before she had access to it because she was at that height, and then we would put it on the little ledge in the bathroom instead, and she's getting bigger, of course, so now she's grabbing it off of the thing, and we just need to shut the door. Well, hello, Chester. Hello, Henry. Okay. Well, that's a her problem. All right, guys, those of you that just came in, we are now going to talk about kids, and you missed the story about boobs. And I'm sorry, you missed a good story about boobs. Boobs and whatnot is what it said exactly. Boobs. Trigger warning. This has to do with a child. Please be advised if you don't want to hear about a child being hurt and potentially unalived, please scroll on. I understand, but this does happen all across the U.S. all of the time. It's unfortunate, but we have to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. We don't talk enough about the kids. So here we go. An adoptive mother in North Carolina became a killer of children, according to law enforcement. Now one of her adopted daughters says she was enlisted into the carnage-fueled cover-up. In June of 2024, Avante Devon, 63, was charged with 2 counts each of the murder in the first degree, concealment of death, and felony child abuse, and 1 count of kidnapping in relation to the deaths of Blake and Jordan Devon, the Fayette Police Department announced. Now, another member of the Devon family has come forward with grim and gruesome claims about the role she played. In September 2024, Raleigh-based NBC affiliate obtained a recording of a shocking April 2022 phone call. In that phone call, someone admits to helping dismember the body of Blake Devon. She literally had me buy an effing trash can, dude, to effing keep him in there for a month, the caller told the person on the other end of the line. I had to watch his effing body burn. It's been on my effing mind, and I don't know what the F to do. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a movie for sure. In the recording, which is voice modulated, so no identifying features can be made out, the caller also reveals how the boy allegedly died. She starved him so much that she killed him. Then she didn't call an ambulance. She didn't call the police. She didn't try to make up a story to tell them. Oh, he passed away. The TV station, however, declined to release the name of the person making those claims because police did not charge them with the crime. Cherish Devon has since identified herself as the voice on that chilling phone call earlier this week. In a recent interview, the woman said she recalled being 16 or 17 when her adoptive mother allegedly forced her to dismember her brother. In the original recording, she said she was 18 at the time. She literally, okay, we redid this. She literally had me buy an effing saw to cut his blank open and effing disintegrate the effing body. The TV station asked how her mother allegedly forced her into complying with the awful request. There was no asking, Cherish mentioned. There was just, you do it, you're going to do it. If not, you're getting in trouble. I'm sitting there as a young child just thinking, oh my God, what do I do? No charges have been filed against the sister, and she suggested that any such law enforcement action is unlikely. It wasn't that I was like, I wanted to do this on my own. Again, I was forced to do it. Detectives know this. Everybody knows this already. It disgusts me that I can live with myself knowing what I've seen and what I've done because someone led me on and forced me to do something as a child myself. Investigators believe Blake was abused and starved to the point of torture, and that eventually this young boy and body simply gave out. We believe he was mentally abused and starved. His body could not sustain the inhumane treatment. Then Avante developed a plan to hide Blake's remains. She forced another person in the house to participate. Blake was last seen alive in 2017 when he was 10. Landon, investigators say, was a teenager when she died and had special needs that necessitated a caregiver. Both of the remains were found burned inside of a barrel. Avante Devon adopted 5 children in total, authorities say. Those adoptions totaled 3 boys biologically related to one another and 2 girls, neither related to the boys nor each other. And as always, I hate Law and Crime who ends it like that and does not give us a follow-up or tell us what's going to happen next. I am curious. Avante. I do want to know about this lady real quick. Hold on. I'm assuming she's in prison, is my guess. I mean, obviously, if she isn't dead yet. So she was arrested last year. All right, arrested last year. Testing continues on the other set of remains. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have an updated anything on that. But those articles were from June and July of last year. Oh, Public's help wanted in adoptive mother's case. That's August. So we don't have a definite answer yet, is my guess. So that's too bad. I didn't know how people can be like that. Where is this? Florida? North Carolina. Close, but North Carolina. So it's interesting how like these types of stories, I don't hear about them very often. I'm in Idaho and I don't hear a lot about this. I don't watch a lot of like CNN news or Fox News. Usually that's about politics and all that crap. But unless it's a ginormous story, will it hit, Idaho news stations? So that's not something I was even aware of. Okay, let's move on to the next one, friends. I don't know why this feels like a Sherlock Gnomes. A Gnomes mission? Sherlock Gnomes or Sherlock Holmes? Gnomes. You said gnomes twice. So I'm going to say you're saying gnomes. Now this one, I am absolutely not upset that this woman did this. So I did read this one a little bit on my own before I decided to read this one. But this one is a California woman convicted of murdering her stepfather did so after discovering that he had nude photos of her on his computer. Jade Jenks, who is 41, is currently serving a prison sentence after the 2020 murder of Thomas Merriman, 64, the co-founder of a nonprofit committed to butterfly conservation, butterfly farms in California. On January 1st, 2021, Merriman was found dead in his driveway under a pile of garbage. Authorities say that the night before New Year's Eve 2020, Jenks, then 36, drugged Merriman with pain and sleeping pills before fatally suffocating him. Merriman's murder was preceded by Jenks' disturbing discovery. While her stepfather was in the hospital after a fall in December of 2020, Jenks was cleaning the man's home when she stumbled across the photos on his laptop. Jenks' defense team would later claim that the photos on Merriman's computer were sorted by body part. Do I think that? Draven, let's get to that in a minute. It was the most violating, awful, gut-wrenching feeling ever, Jenks testified. I felt sick. I felt I couldn't even touch my own skin. I don't know if there are words, not even in a movie have I seen something so sick. Oh, I was confused by the spelling. Included in the photos were pictures of Jenks in the shower, while some of them dated back to when she was a teenager. The Union Tribune reported that prosecutors claimed that the discovery disturbed Jenks to the core and that it drove her to orchestrate the murder. I'm not upset. I would not be upset. If I was on the jury, I'd be like, let her go. Let her go. Prosecutors claimed that after drugging her stepfather, Jenks texted a person, I just dosed the hell out of him. I'm about to club him on the head as he's waking up, and it's going to be a weekend at Bernie's. Jenks was convicted of murder in 2023, and she was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. So let me ask you, if you found nude photos of yourself that your father had kept and had taken of you year after year, you are 30-something years old, and these photos are from when you were a teenager, what would you do? It's California, Queen. Sorry. I'm kidding. More like they were planted and on a 20-year-old computer. No. No, Jeremiah, maybe you're misunderstanding. The pictures were from her when she was a teenager on his computer. So they had been uploaded, is my guess. And been there. 86 in. Jeremiah, are you trying to side with the man? I'm confused. I need to know what you're saying. I wouldn't, but the Idaho mountains are vast. That's all I'm going to say. I would have to see the evidence to make my judgment. Fair enough, Jeremiah. Fair enough. Yeah. Nope. No, thank you. Goodbye. See you later. I'm confused too. What are we confused about? I'm not confused. I was just seeing if there was anything extended outside of what I read. She stumbled upon racy photos while cleaning the bedroom. Yeah, I don't have a lot of information on it, so I can't tell you how she came across them other than she was cleaning the room. So I'm sorry, Tori. Sorry to hear about that. Well, you get a woman who saw dirty photos of herself taken by her father or stepfather, and she gets 25 to life. And let me tell you about this next one. So this tells you how society is. So a Florida TikToker responsible for the death of 6 farm workers. 6 people. 6 has been sentenced to 12 years in prison. 12 years. Oh, well, hello, the light went off. Apparently God didn't like that either. On Monday, January 6th, 20-year-old Noah Gale of Wellington entered a plea deal with prosecutors to avoid his case going to trial and received a reduced sentence. Gale will serve 12 years and 180 days in prison. He pleaded guilty to 6 counts of vehicular homicide. Gale, the son of a Wellington attorney, was 17 years old when he killed 6 people on Route 441 on January 27th, 2022. The 17-year-old's BMW M5 violently impacted the back of the victim's Nissan Rogue, while going 151 miles per hour, forcing the back of the SUV forward several feet into the passenger compartment. Gale faced a minimum of 55 years in prison if his case went to trial, the Palm Beach Post reported. Per the plea deal, Gale's prison sentence will be followed by 7 years probation, as well as his driver's license being suspended for 3 years. He must also complete 800 hours of community service, a victim impact panel, and a 12-hour driving course. Shortly after the deadly crash, a person told law enforcement Gale would record himself driving at high rates of speed and post the videos on Instagram and TikTok. During an investigation, detectives uncovered social media posts made by Gale where he drove as fast as 182 miles per hour. One video was captioned, "Whoever can guess the speed correctly wins $25 on your Cash App." He reportedly paid more than $100,000 in cash for the BMW M5. The judge also ordered him to post a video on social media that was at least a minute long, detailing his situation and advocating for safe driving as part of his plea deal. Gale did not speak at his sentencing, instead choosing to have defense attorney read the statement for him. And here's what it is. There's not a day that goes by that Noah doesn't think about his actions and what impact they've had on so many lives. He wishes every day that he had died in the accident and not the victims. The victims' families have written to us that they did not object to this plea. Some of them didn't even want him to go to jail at all. One wanted us to drop the case entirely. What is the proper sentence in a case like this? No amount of prison time will bring back the victims to their families. We feel this is an appropriate resolution. This case is a tragedy. 12 years. He got 2 years for each person that he killed. Leave it to being a social media influencer with enough money to pay for an attorney to get you off your ass. Good evening, DH. How are you? Hello, Subi. All right. Martin wants to know, what about the LA fires? Do I think they were planted? I think it is unusual that 3 of them started all at the same time, simultaneously in different places. Do I think it has to do with P. Diddy? I really don't know. What I do know is there's a lot of shit that's being covered up in a lot of places. And one distraction is distracting us from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. So that's what I think. And I cannot say because I don't live in California. Maybe Miss Queen has more information about that. But I have not been following the fires like some other people have to know if they've been intentionally started. I do think it is wild that 3 of them were all started at the same time. Does it have to do with higher ups? Quite possibly. This world is corrupt. I wouldn't doubt it. But I also think that's playing the conspiracy theorists, and I just don't know. 2 were arson. I thought 3 of them were all done at the same time. People are being arrested, Jeremiah, but... Well, hello, Hulk Hogan's tights. What a freaking cool username. So that's how I feel about it. I wouldn't doubt it. I've heard other people say that it's a way to kill the population of California. I mean, I think all the conspiracies are coming out about all kinds of different things, about Hollywood, about P. Diddy, about tunnels being burned, about higher ups, a lot of things. So, Queen, no comment. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those, I think it can go in any direction. I mean, we can say it's a cover up for a bunch of things, and it very well could be. Very well could be. It's another distraction to keep us from focusing on the next thing. And we're only, 2 weeks into January. Y'all write this down. We're 2 weeks into January, and this is what we're already experiencing. Still the drones and still fires. So what's next? There's a lot of weird stuff going on in Hollywood. Hulk, I believe there's a lot of stuff going on in Hollywood that's been weird for a long time. Just my thought. My lawyer. Ooh, no, Queen. Oh, I'm sorry. And looting. Yeah, I heard about the looting thing, that was going to be the next criminal part of it, the next wave. Yeah, and price gouging. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, ooh, great start to 2025. Exactly. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next little article I have here. So, all right, we're going to Texas. A Texas doctor was accused of using drugs while performing delicate surgery on his patients. And even though his license was suspended, he could still get it back. Nathan Stark, 39, was a urologist at Houston Methodist Hospital in Houston, Texas, when he was suspected of using drugs during surgery. According to the Texas Medical Board, Stark participated in several surgeries in August and September of 2024 while appearing impaired. He was suspended on September 6th and ordered to undergo drug testing. In October, he tested positive for cocaine. However, the accusations against Stark were not limited to this medical practice. He also has a rap sheet. According to court documents, Stark has an open criminal case against him after he was charged with assaulting an ex-girlfriend in March of 2023. In that criminal complaint, Stark was accused of pushing the woman with both hands, causing her to fall and strike her tailbone back and the back of her head against the floor. She reported bruising and chipping a tooth as a result. In addition to the open assault case, Stark was arrested twice in 2007 and 17 for driving while intoxicated. Have a good night, Phoenix. I appreciate you for stopping in. Records obtained by a Fox affiliate went into more detail about the Texas Medical Board's accusations against Stark. One of the surgeries in question involved a surgical biopsy on a patient's prostate in August. Stark was reportedly impaired for that procedure. The final straw was apparently a September procedure that Stark was absent for all but the last 3 minutes of a surgery for which he was the primary physician. The news outlet confirmed with officials at Houston Methodist that Stark, was no longer employed at the hospital. His license, however, is another story. Stark may still be able to get his license back should the Texas Medical Board decide that he cleans up his act. The suspension is temporary, but the board stated that allowing Stark to go behind the knife at the moment possesses a continuing threat to public welfare. What the hell, Texas? Are you really out that many urologists that you can't find someone else to fill the role? I don't know about you, but I would prefer that my doctor was not high on cocaine, especially performing some type of surgery, that's for sure. So, that's just me. All right, friends, we have one more, and then that puts us at the hour mark. So, this one does not have to do about kids, thank goodness. So we don't have to worry about that. So cops in North Carolina are investigating why a local realtor went from selling real estate to driving to 2 different homes miles apart to murder 3 people with whom he had no connection with. Pitt County Sheriff Paula Dance described to reporters at a press conference live streamed by local NBC Monday a moving crime scene across 5 or 6 different locations in Greenville. Oh, isn't Tiff near Greenville? Which is about 85 miles west of Raleigh. The suspect, 55-year-old David Lever, is facing 3 counts of murder and is expected to face more charges. Dance gave a timeline of the crime spree, which started around 1:20 p.m. Friday when the first victim, 64-year-old Enrique Reyes, came home from buying groceries. Surveillance cameras in the area showed Lever, who lives a few doors down, walking to and from Reyes's home. The sheriff said the 2 men had no connection other than living on the same street. About 8 minutes later, Lever hopped in his van and drove to a nearby gas station. After leaving the gas station, Lever allegedly started shooting out of his van. No one was apparently hit by gunfire, but someone did call 911, which was the first indication to police that something was wrong. Authorities say Lever then drove to a home on Peace Ridge Court, some 4 miles from his home, and knocked on the door of his house. The residents never responded, but they saw Lever backing out of the driveway and didn't recognize him. At some point, he allegedly also shot into another home on Peace Ridge. He then drove to the home of Anthony Gribble, who was 80 years old, and his wife, Paula Gribble, who was 76, who also lived on the same street. He allegedly shot the couple to death. Deputies are still working to establish a connection between Lever and the Gribbles. The Gribbles' son was in the area and rushed to the home. He was able to hold Lever at gunpoint until cops arrived and took him into custody. Dance said deputies were searching the area around Lever's home around 3:35 p.m. when a passerby called 911 about seeing Reyes's body in the driveway of his home. Since cops were already at Lever's home, they drove to Reyes's house, who was dead in the driveway, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Deputies reportedly recovered at least 50 handguns and rifles inside Lever's home, along with several more loaded firearms and ammunition in the van. Dance said it will take deputies quite some time to investigate the case that had 5 or 6 crime scenes, not to mention trying to establish a motive for Lever's alleged mayhem. Dance said deputies believe Lever planned on going to more locations to commit additional violence if he had not been stopped by the Gribble's son. Lever's alleged bad behavior continued at his first appearance on Monday morning when the devilish-looking defendant called the judge a motherfucker as he walked out of the courtroom. What makes the deadly rampage all the more puzzling is Lever's prior good standing in the community. The Daily Reflector newspaper reports Lever is a partner at Lever and Russell Real Estate, LLC in Greenville, which owns multiple properties in the area. But now Lever sits in the Pitt County Detention Center without bond. And that is it. Oh, welcome, Dawn. Oh, I gotta do the thing. Hold on. Don't hang up. Stay there, please. I gotta see something. I was like, don't hang up the phone. Don't go yet. Let's see if this works. I gotta figure something out. Welcome. Oh, is it gonna do it? It's gonna happen. Thank you, Ange. Okay. I had no idea how to do this, and Miss Black Sheep Ange helped me understand how to do some things, so I appreciate you. And I probably should have done that in the beginning since I'm sitting in front of my computer, but I didn't know what I was doing. So, and it looks like we can do that again, but we're not going to do it this go around. We will do it the next Crime Live. So, congratulations. Dawn can't. Dawn? Oh. Well, dang it, Dawn. Okay. Well, Dawn, you are appreciated. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the thing. And Ange, thank you for the thing. So, she subbed up. Awesome. Wait, yeah, Miss Queen, that was me. Now I can. Dawn, welcome. How you been doing, Rainy? I'm good, Henry. Woohoo! It was me, Queen. It was me. You were welcome. You're great. Thank you. Yeah, Ange told me a little secret thing. YouTube gives out some free memberships. So I figured out, well, I didn't figure out anything. Ange told me how to do it. So I just pushed the buttons that she told me to push. I am very interested. Awesome, Dawn. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy the shenanigans. Some days are better than others. I like to talk crime. Other days I like to talk shit. And other days I like to laugh. So, well, if I would have known, I would have waited. Well, Dawn, you know how it goes. Or maybe you don't. If YouTube just randomly picks whatever. So some of those people that just got a membership, to be honest with you, I know for sure 2 of the names. Laughter is life's medicine. 2 of the names I recognize for sure, but some of the other ones, you know, they're a sub and they're important. They're here, so now they're welcome here even more. So, but that is today's Crime Live, guys. So, Dawn, welcome. Anybody who's new today, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. I am very much a human, so some days, like I said, are going to be better than others. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I usually try to tell you like it is, in a nice way. And since I'm not drinking, it'll be in a nice way. Other days might not be. So, Charlie just said thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Thank you for that. So right now, since I am a sober Sally, my words will come to you in the nicest form. So glad to see you. Well, hello, Daniel. How are you? We come as the bestie support group package. Awesome. I appreciate that. Just be careful on these streets. Oh, Don. Oh, Don. We've had our fair share of drama on our streets over here. And if your drama and our drama mixed together, we would have a Netflix series. Be sober in your judgment. Andrew, that doesn't help. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, we could have a whole Netflix series, and I am just tempted to write a novel and put in some script work and get it done. I have to. You'd be very shocked to hear about it. Wayne, I've been thinking about you. How are you, Wayne? Supervillains. Oh, yes. We've got some supervillains on the street. We've got Robin Hoods and all the things. So, Wayne, it is so good to see you. Good to see you. And in fact, once I was going to get off of this, if I didn't see you, I was going to send you a message and ask you how you were. Oh, that'd be great. So, Wayne, we are about done here, but I'm so glad to see you. So anyway, well, you're here, even if it's for a moment. That makes my heart happy. So anyway, I do hope that everyone has a good evening, or we can sit here for a minute and chat if that's what you'd like to do. Some other people might want to go live. Martin, extra news. I can read another story. I've got a couple more articles still pulled up. I just like to go about the hour mark just so I'm not exhausting everyone and, other people can do their thing. So, what about the last funny news thing? Yes, I can do that, Rick. Let me go check on Chaos real quick. Fools is out there, but I'm just gotta do my dog parenting thing. So hold on. Let me do my part real quick.
All right, sorry about that, guys. She knew. Just kidding.
And then you just walk away. You give people a teaser like, here I am. And then you just leave. It smells so good in here. Dance for us, fools. You gotta do a rainy dance. Whoa. Get it. Woo! It's been a long day. I want you to know when I opened the door, little Chaos was sitting right outside the door waiting for me.
She's like, I know I fucked up. I'm
She's
sorry.
like, I'm a bad dog. I got the toilet paper. She's under my feet. Maybe she'll go sit on the thing. You gonna go sit up on your chair? Can I read the people a story real quick? Did you get in trouble? You got in trouble, huh? You were naughty. Were you naughty? You should see her face. She's just like, did you get in trouble? Yeah. Did you eat the toilet paper? Because that's not good. I know. Terrible. Oh, my eyes. Chaos is a good. What kind of dog do you have? Oh, John. Where are you? Ma'am. Come here. Come here. Let's see the people. Come here, babies. Come here. Come here. Oh. She's a big dog. Well, she's not big, but this is our dog. Ma'am, look at the people. Say hi. Say hi to them. Oh, you okay? Are you mad? She is 3/4 pit, 1/4 husky. Ma'am, just say hi. Say hi to the peoples. Hello, troll. So she is full of energy all the time, and she tends to do naughty things if you're not watching her always. She is definitely a shadow. She'll be laying down having a good time, and then as soon as you get up, she's like, oh, I must be right next to you. And it's kind of funny. If you go back to some of my shorts, say hi, you will see her tiny little body. Are you okay? What's wrong? You know you're in trouble, huh? You got in trouble with Dad? Is that the pup from like 2 months ago? Yes, Talon. She is growing like a weed. So if you look at my shorts, she's this tiny, tiny little thing. And she's not so tiny. She probably weighs like 40 some odd pounds. She's solid muscle. Tell a ghost story. Oh, I don't tell ghost stories. I am the ghost. Who's got videos on my channel? Awesome, Dawn. Awesome. Hold on 2 seconds. Dawn, could you put your @ tag for me? Wait. I mean, feel free to put your @ tag, but I'll just look you up on my computer. I was thinking about going live tonight after you were done. Oh, fantastic, Wayne. Do it. People would love to see you. Would love to see you. Go to channel. I found you, Dawn. I know how to stalk people. Dawn, let me just go see Dawn. I saw her with Fools and she was, I know, Talon. Well, and the thing is Fools just picks her up like no big deal. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. Everyone, this is Dawn. If you'd like to see Dawn's channel, I just subbed to Dawn. Dawn, I appreciate your support from this end. But I will read one more story. That way Wayne can have the floor, or Andrew, or whoever would like to have the floor for the rest of the night, because this was only supposed to be an hour. So this one was kind of sort of funny, just based on the title. I mean, obviously it's not funny. No one was unalived, so that's the good part. But let me turn this down low because it's a little bright for me. I've been on. You've been on what? Are you doing live right now? No, you're not. Are you live right now, Andrew? You're not live right now. It's so dark. It got dark real quick. Let me get out of this. Okay. Oh, tell news on crime about women killing other women. Oh, I'm not going to tell women about... I'm working on some stuff, but we're going to talk about this one real quick. Well, hello, Mac. How are you? Okay, Andrew. All right. A Missouri woman who pleaded guilty to committing arson with a bag of Takis will spend the next 12 years in prison. It's not as funny as boobs, but still. Patricia Faye Williams, who is 43, originally pleaded not guilty when she was charged with first-degree arson after starting a fire at a Greene County residence in 2023. According to court documents, she changed her plea to guilty during an appearance on Tuesday. She had been set to go to trial on Monday, January 13th. According to the probable cause statement written by Springfield Fire Marshal Travis Morrissey, a woman called 911 on the afternoon of August 11th, 2023, to report that another woman, later identified as Williams, had set fire to a home in Greene County. Hello, Tiff! A police officer who had been investigating the smoke was nearby and arrived at the scene, where 3 people, including one in a wheelchair, were waiting outside. One person there, identified as victim 3 in the statement, named Williams as the one who set the fire. Williams was detained by police and observed.
Don't mind me.
And observed to have soot on her face and complaining of smoke inhalation. She was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment, and in the meantime, it was discovered that there were several warrants out for her arrest. She was promptly arrested. Just open it. It's fine. When Morrissey arrived at the scene, he spoke to 3 people who were waiting outside. One of whom, victim 1, was a resident of the Flame Engulfed house. Victims 2 and 3 were visitors, and both of them told Morrissey that they saw Williams pour gasoline from a soda bottle onto clothes and the floor in the laundry room. They also saw her ignite Takis. Do you guys know what Takis are? Takis, the chips, the little folded little tortilla chips that are usually the flaming hot Takis. And then toss the flaming bag of chips onto the clothes soaked in gasoline. Morrissey said that he conducted a brief field test to see if Taki chips could support a flame, which we all did this in 6th grade. You can light a Dorito on fire or a Cheeto. It happens. No one at the scene was hurt, and everyone inside the house was able to escape unharmed. Upon smelling the fluid in the laundry room, Morrissey concluded that the fire was set intentionally and that the fluid used was an accelerant. While at the emergency room at the hospital, Williams was read her rights and questioned by Morrissey. According to his statement, she admitted to buying $2 worth of gasoline. She was also caught on a surveillance camera at the gas station making that purchase. Williams also stated that she used Taki chips to set the fire because she knew it would support combustion because of their grease content. After Williams was taken into custody, she was held at the Greene County Jail without bond and deemed a danger to others. On Tuesday, she changed her plea to guilty and received a sentence of 12 years in prison. So remember, a lady started a fire, got 12 years in prison. The punk TikToker killed 6 people and also got 12 years in prison. How the world works. Fantastic. So that is it. That is your crime for the night, for the day, for the Monday, for the week. Not for the week, for the day. So I hope you all loved it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And okay, Miss Rainey, stay warm. I will do my best, Jeremiah. Thank you. Nacho, it's good seeing you. They're really hot when soaked in gasoline. Yeah. I know I'm not freezing. I'm not freezing. You're not freezing. We're all not freezing. How cold is it there, Jeremiah? I am curious. In Wisconsin, it is currently in the land of Idaho, 28 degrees here. Oh, nope. I'll take my 28 over that. Loved it. Enjoy it. Well, thank you, Martin. Even though I missed it. What happened? You missed what? It's 21 here. Yeah. 28 here. It's supposed to get real cold, I think, tomorrow. Or later in the week. You know, the one day I'm supposed to bartend, 14 degrees. So that'll be interesting. You are awesome as always. I'll talk about why I have been absent lately. Okay, Wayne. All right, guys. Got a sick kid I had to take care of. Absolutely, Tiff. That's the most important. Oh, Rick, it's 72 degrees here. Wow, poor's me. I would take cold over your big spiders any day, so I'm okay with that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ange, for coming in. Jeremiah, shut up, Rick. 40 here, but feels like 20. Yeah. It was 63 today. Okay, sir. 63 and no spiders. I will take that. Yeah, Rick and his big spiders. No, thank you. Oh, I got those hand warmers you talked about. Oh, nice. I forgot to take them to the gun range yesterday. That was my bad. They found it. Nope. Rick, I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. Oof. No, I hate spiders. Fools will tell you all day long. Oh my God. Big ones, small ones, doesn't matter the color. I hate spiders. It was 52 here today. Thank you, Ange, for the recommendation. Miss Rainey is a breath of fresh air. Dawn, you don't know me yet, do you? I'm kidding. Tell creepy fictional stories. Martin, we're gonna work on that. I gotta do one thing at a time. If I try to do everything at once, I get overwhelmed and then I don't do anything at all. That's just who I am as a person. So I have to stay consistent with the one thing first, get good at that, and then broaden out. Because right now I'm already struggling doing what I'm doing, to be honest with you. So we'll get there. We will get there. You don't know me yet either. Well, Dawn, then we're just gonna fit all together just fine. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Wayne is gonna go live, so I hope you all come and visit Wayne. My sarcasm gets me in trouble too. Yeah, it happens. It happens. I have 3 bugs. All right, guys, have a good evening. I love you all. Thank you for being here. You're important. You're amazing, and I love you. I love you so much. Okay, bye. Bye, everyone.
Don't look at boobs while you drive.
Don't look at. Hold on. Pull over. Don't drive and look at boobs. Pull over. Bye, guys.